I gotta tell you, I'm so happy it's 2021. If 2020 could swim, I'd take that son of a bitch right on down to the Masai Mara, down in Africa. Kick it into the water, and then laugh as crocodiles devour it. Hi everyone, it's me, Moody Boo, and I am back with another perfume review. And this one is on a new to me house. I think it's a fairly new house. And that's OK Fine. And this is vanilla rum aged in an oak barrel. Oh, it's lovely. And OK Fine, now it sounds like, because this is from batch 103, and it sounds like as soon as this batch runs out, it's done. And then they go on to a different batch. And I'm not sure if they go with the same kind of vanilla or how they do that. But I'm going to read you off their website what it says. And these, as I understand it, OK Fine was started by a couple of perfumers that worked for some big name companies and decided to open their own perfume house. This is crafted a unique, decadent, soft sandalwood and rich jasmine nuanced vanilla scent, which was aged 69 days in an island white rum seasoned American oak barrel to smooth and mature the scent with layers of subtle spices, smoked tropical fruits, and woody vanillas. So Vanilla Rum VRO Batch 103 is a one-of-a-kind, limited edition, oak barrel aged OK Fine fragrance of 99 bottles, crafted like no other by award-winning, internationally renowned master perfumer, Mustang driving, bass playing, OK Fine co-founder Steve DiMercato. And yeah, this is like, it's gorgeous. It's gourmand and boozy at the same time. It is the most beautiful, sweet, boozy vanilla. Ah! And this is going in a battle of the vanillas as well. There's no way I couldn't have this one in there. It's so beautiful. It's sweet, it's boozy, and it's got a hint of a little skank in there. Little kind of back alley action going on in there. And I'm thinking the jasmine might have a hint of indol, because this has a hint of sexy in it. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's that same, like, I Love New York for All. I Love New York for All reminds me of standing outside a bakery and coffee shop in an alley in New York, minus the piss smell. Standing out there smelling the aromas coming out of the window. But there's a hint of not dirt, but trash in there. But it's wonderful. I don't know. I lived in New York City for a short time, Lower East Side, Manhattan. And in the projects, actually, with a Puerto Rican family. That was wonderful. I love New York. But almost every stairwell, every subway, every alley, and a lot of buildings smell like piss. They just do. But that isn't the smell of New York. There are so many other smells to the city. Now, I've only been to LA once, so I can't compare it to other big cities. New York is the only one that I really know. And there's just this hint, almost of sweet rot in the underlaying layers of the city. If you get rid of the piss and you just smell the city, there's all kinds of aromas going on, from steel and brick and asphalt and car exhaust. And then you add all the restaurants in there. So all of their aromas from various restaurants and coffee shops and delis are wafting into the air. And then you've got some of the ocean also scenting New York as well, and the East River. And I just, The smells are so dynamic in New York. But the trash smell in particular, when I lived in New York, it just so happened it was during a garbage strike. So it was like the movie Fifth Element. There was piles of trash everywhere because the garbage men had struck and they were not going to pick up the trash until they got their needs met. And so I used to go to by myself. Ridiculous. I was very naive when I was young. I used to walk by myself from Lower East Side Manhattan over to Chinatown. And there was this tennis court right there just outside of Chinatown. And I'd sit there and eat my dumplings and read a book. Well, where the park bench was that I was sitting, there was quite a pile that had built up in this tennis court in the corner. And I saw this cat. I was like, oh my God, my first New York kitty. And I went up and, here, kitty, 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 kitty. And after going, kitty, 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 it kind of turns around, it's moving around. And I was like, what, did somebody burn the fur off its tail or something? Did somebody abuse this cat? And then suddenly it leapt at me and started charging me because it was a rat. Not a cat. When they talk about New York rats, they ain't lying. They're huge. I screamed like a little girl, threw my dumplings up in the air. I think I left my book on the bench and ran home. So, yeah, that was an experience. But sitting next to that trash, there's this sweetness that's to it. Now, there's a lot of really nasty, disgusting odors in trash. But there's some that aren't. I know. I can find a beautiful smell in the stinkiest of places. But if you look at them like layers of an onion, it changes things. You know, it's just a matter of peeling away those layers to really be able to say whether or not you hate the way a place smells. Does that make any sense at all? But I do that. I'm very analytical with scents. I think it has something to do with me being a nurse too, because I'm always analyzing. It's not just poop. Could C. diff be in there? Is it really stinky poop? And that means that there's a problem. They've had too many antibiotics or something. Or P. Is it fruity, sweet smelling? Like maybe they're having some diabetic issues going on. You know, I guess it's because of that I'm so used to analyzing even the funkiest of funk smells to make sure, okay, is everything right with that? Don't you want to be a nurse now? But I tell you, I have found infections. I have found other things due to my sense of smell. And I attribute part of me being a good nurse is because I'm a faggot. No smell gets past me, let me tell you that. It's crazy, I know, but it's true. And all you nurses out there know exactly what I'm talking about. But because of that, I found some really pleasant smells in New York trash. And it happens to be here in VRO by OK Fine. Just the sweet, not fruity, but it's this sweet, almost boozy kind of skank that you will smell. And that's absolutely in here. Just like I Love New York for All by Bond Number 9. I'm telling you, it's... Oh. If you like Bond Number 9's I Love New York for All, or what's it called now? It changed. It's not called that now. It's called something else. The bottle's changed. Everything's changed. But if you like that kind of perfumes, that perfume in particular, you are going to love VRO. And see, you can see right here, it's signed. And I have number 28 of 99. I assume it's of 99. That's what it said. So, and I also have the patchouli PAO. And I love that. That one's mixed with absinthe. That was aged in an absinthe barrel. So it's really different, but it's so good. So yeah, if you want to check out this vanilla VRO batch 103, you should probably get on it now, because these bottles, this is as big as the bottle gets. These are like $100, $99, I think. Performance, 8 hours, pretty easy, and that's in cold temperatures. It projects very well. One spray is arm's length. I walk into my Seahawks a lot with this perfume. It leaves a lovely one. And I think it's, of course, completely unisex, just like I Love New York for All is very unisex. I think it's formal, fun, even a little festive because of the boozy notes. I think it definitely could be frisky. If my husband wore this, I'd be attacking him right now. But I don't want to give it up, so it's going to stay on my shelf because I love it. And I've been wearing the shit out of it. And I have the Discovery set. Oh, so I'm almost done with my decant from the Discovery set, and I'll be getting into this bottle here pretty quickly. Bottle, you know, kind of a Joe Malone-esque 1 ounce bottle. But the sprayer is really good. It doesn't leave any big streams or anything. It's a nice fine mist, but not too fine. You get a good thick distribution put on you whenever you spray it. And that's why I only do 1 spray with this. Mostly, sometimes 2. I have no problem doing 2. It doesn't overbear at all. It's an inviting perfume. It's very inviting. I do think you could wear this year round. I don't see an issue with that. It's not so sweet that you couldn't. When you first spray it, that's when it's its most sweet, boozy, skanky. I love, love, love that. That lasts for a good hour or 2. And then some of the woody notes start to come in. Now, I don't get a lot of fruit per se. They did say in here, I think, yeah, tropical fruits. There might be a hint of maybe mango, maybe a little pineapple in there. I have no idea if that's part of what's giving it that hint of sweet, rotting trash kind of a smell. I make this sound so good, don't I? Sweet, rotting trash. I wish I could explain it better than that, but that's always how I pictured it. I'll try to think of a better way of describing it in the future. This sweet dirtiness. God, I'm not helping any, am I? And that skanky, boozy sweetness stays throughout. But there isn't a huge trajectory on this. So what happens is the woods come into the picture and it kind of dilutes the boozy skankiness a little bit. And it becomes a little warmer, more woody, definitely. I don't think it's a gaiac, maybe a little sandalwood in there, maybe a little cedar. It's a dry wood. And mixing with that booziness, that moist booziness, a really good juxtaposition. I just really enjoy perfumes that make me go, huh, what? Ah, in that order, just like that. And this one does it all. It's so good. It's so good. So that's VRO batch number 103 by OK Fine. And this is a new favorite house. I'm going to do 2 videos, I think. My top 2020 perfume purchases, and then my top 2020 new to me fragrance houses. And I have a criteria for my top fragrance houses. There has to be at least 2 in the house that blow my mind. Not that I'm meh, or they're okay, or oh yeah, that's nice. No, none of that. It's all those perfumes. And if there's 2 in the house, then I'm going to put it on the list. All right, so thank you for being here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. Use your own nose. Happy 2021. Peace.